Move to the mics, and we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of Lazy Saturday in 2018. I am your friend, MowLawner. Oh, I forgot to bring the chat up. Let me fix that real quick.
Good job. Good intro. Good intro to this.
I'm here with my friend, Dante from Jazz Jam Gaming, and also the Bombadiers, because he's an official Bombardier now.
Yes, I am. Hello, everybody.
And Abby's here as well. Albeit slightly robot-y, but she's here. So I'm going to go find Dante. Today is episode 2 of Lazy Saturday, and as of... Whoops. Oh my god, I landed on a car. Okay.
Oh, no.
As of last week, the goal has been to make it a little bit more personal and focused, and because of that, today's topic is going to be about creative interests outside of YouTube. Now, as you know, I, MowLawner, have been doing YouTube for a while. I had to specify who I am, because I don't think I did that yet. But I am a musician as well, and I actually just played a gig before. Like, I literally just got home and set this up, and that's where I'm at now. I play music usually 2 to 4 nights a week, and I actually have a gig tomorrow and one more on Tuesday that I got done with my 3rd gig in a row today, and so there's the 4th one tomorrow, and then a 5th. Like, I get a day break on Monday, and yeah, there's been a lot of music in my life in the past week or so, and the upcoming week. This is a very busy month for me, and I love it. I've been playing bass ever since I was 13. No, not 13, 11. I got my first bass in Christmas of... Where the hell did you go, Dante?
I made a left, and then I'm following you now.
Ah. Well, I got my very first bass in Christmas of 2003, and I've been playing ever since. I've upgraded my gear a lot. I'm actually looking to get some new speaker cabinets sometime soon, which I'm really excited about. I talked about them in one of my recent videos, and just acquiring new gear is always one of my favorite things about... Oh, hi.
There you go.
Is that Dante? Is that Dante, the car that's driving, like, weirdly, you know, on a different, like, outside of the road? I'm just gonna get into your car.
That would be odd. I like your motorcycle.
Thank you. It's a
My
Tron
car's
bike.
Fucked.
But yeah, I've been... Well,
That was a gone
thanks.
bike.
Abby, he just ran over my bike. Good talk. So I've been playing music for a really fucking long time, and I practice still every day if I can, and it's just something I want to pursue for the rest of my life, and I've never really questioned that. One of my best moments when I played upright bass was in high school. I entered the All-State competition, which is basically a competition to see who's the best player on each instrument in each state. And for me, I lived in New Hampshire. What was up?
I heard Abby say something and then nothing.
Yeah. So...
Alright, sorry.
It's all good.
Sorry to interrupt. I just came back in again.
Well, hi.
Mm.
So I entered All-State, and it's basically they form ensembles of the best musicians in high school.
Hi.
Hi. Whoop.
Damn it.
Whoop.
Sorry about that. Fuck.
You landed it. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
nice. You blew something up in the process. Hello?
Yeah. So, All-State, when I was a sophomore, I auditioned for jazz and classical, and I made classical all 4 years of high school. I made top in the state in my senior year, but I'll get there later. In my sophomore year, I ended up auditioning on both electric and upright bass, and I ended up getting top in the state for my electric audition, which I had almost forgotten my bass at the high school, so I almost didn't even make it. But I ended up getting top in the whole state, and they ended up having to change the rules so that electric bass players couldn't audition. Only upright bass players could for jazz. And I auditioned again junior year and got 3rd, but then in senior year I got top on upright. And so for that 1 year I was the best bass player in high school in New Hampshire. and I felt so fucking accomplished. I had to work so hard to get there, and I put a lot of time and a lot of effort into making it happen, and it paid off. I made a lot of contacts in Allstate that have been hitting me up throughout my whole life, wondering how I'm doing, and a lot of them have gone on to create commercial music and get a living doing music, and they've been great resources to have. And just the adventure of music in my life is something that I'm always thankful for and always want to continue with for the rest of my life. So Dante, what is your number one artistic or creative pursuit?
I think my number one artistic pursuit, I want to be next to game design. I want to be a cartoonist.
I want to do that too. You want to be a cartoonist?
Yeah, I actually want to be a cartoonist.
That is awesome.
Draw like comic like illustrations, not so much like the stuff that you see for like Marvel and like DC and stuff, like funny stuff that you probably see in like the Sunday paper or things like that. When I originally started drawing, I think I was...
So you're not talking like animation, just for the record. You're talking like... Oh, it's okay, Abby. Hi. She says her Discord is really crapping out right now. Sorry. That's no biggie.
It's no problem.
But you're not talking like animation. You're talking like comics and cartoons and stuff like that, rather than animated like Disney Channel or Nickelodeon back in the day.
Right, because before I did actually want to be an animator, but as I got older, I started looking back at like my artwork and like what I like to do, and growing up, I used to search around on the internet trying to find like different free like animation programs and such, and I actually started digging a lot deeper into like animating, and I started to realize that a lot of the old stuff that I liked about animation were actually hand drawn, and that hand drawn is an animation style that really has, I don't know what's without me just now.
It's all good.
That word out.
It's all good. So Abby says she might be able to join in soon because she's waiting for her sister to go to bed so she can use her laptop. That's cool.
Oh, good.
We'd love to have you here.
Yeah. I used to use a program called Seinfig, which was
Seinfeld?
Free. No, Seinfig. Sounds like Seinfeld though. And it used to let me, animate anything that I used to draw, but it wasn't. You couldn't really hand draw animations using a program. It was more so like bone tools,
right,
and such like that. You can
so
import,
rigging,
like bone rigging.
I've actually worked with some stuff like that, trying to create animations for video games that I've been trying to work on. I've got one in, like, I got an iron in the fire as far as that goes. Have not done much of the animation, but I've got a lot of the actual development and design ideas written down. So I have a concrete plan on what I'm going to do with it. It's going to be basically, this is actually the first I'm talking about it in public, but
I'm actually quite I'm interested.
Basically, actually, I would love to be able to have an artist that does the artwork and everything for it, so I can focus on the actual development side of it and programming and everything. Because I've been learning Unity, and I've done like, what's up, Delapo from Potentially Perfect?
Hey, Delapo, what's up, my man?
But I've been interested in creating a game that's basically a kind of a spiritual successor to Metroid, in the same vein that like Yooka-Laylee was kind of like Banjo-Kazooie. I want to do something that's inspired by Metroid.
I can see that.
Because I feel like Metroid now is not what it was before, and I feel like Metroid fans are really clamoring for more of a return to form. And I mean, Metroid Prime 4 is coming out eventually, sometime, I don't know, in the next decade. And Samus Returns came out and did okay. I never played it, but I really want to. My 3DS is broken.
I've never played it myself either. I never really played the old school like Metroid games. When I actually did get into the series, it started with Metroid Prime, so of course.
Me too, actually Fusion.
Prime crowd.
I played Metroid Fusion and Prime around the same time, because the first game I got for my GameCube was Metroid Prime, and I didn't have a memory card, so I always got to the Parasite Queen and started over.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn,
so I got really bored with it quick, but when I picked it back up, I fucking loved it. I would actually say that it's probably the closest to Super Metroid that Metroid has done since. It's just 3D rather than 2D. And Metroid Fusion was a very different game. It captured the isolation, I think, of... This is not on topic.
No, it's not. But I like your dedication, because not a lot of people I know I can talk with about like the Metroid series, because you know.
Oh, I love the Metroid
fan
series.
base itself is pretty split. You got the hardcore fans who have played both, but then you got the fans such as me who have only played the Prime series, and you have other fans who've only played like the 2D series, which consisted of Metroid, Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion,
Metroid 2, don't forget that one.
Metroid 2,
Metroid Zero Mission. Love those games.
I never even played Zero Mission itself. I started out with the Metroid Prime games. As I got older, that's when I really started to play like the old NES. The original Metroid, the Super Metroid, and Metroid Fusions.
Oh yeah, that one was great.
Never even got to beat. I don't think I even beat any of them except for the Metroid Prime games.
Well, the Metroid Prime games are wonderful. I would say Echo is pretty decent, but it's hit or miss. And I'd say Corruption was pretty good. I think that the one thing that it did really well was that it brought back the beam system of the 2D games, and I loved it.
Right. Yeah, it felt a little light on the exploration portion of it. You know, I felt like you know, you could still look for stuff. There was still like stuff to do, but I feel like the first Metroid Prime really captured, from what I've seen, the exploration, you know, the scanning and like the background of the Metroid universe.
Oh yeah.
Without it having to like go back and teach you know, Samus's origins and such like that. You learned it on the way. You basically experienced it without it having to be like a prequel to the series.
Completely. Hey Andrew.
Andrew, what's up?
Zero Mission or die, dude. Zero Mission is great. It's honestly, it's a wonderful. Oh my god.
I don't know where I'm driving today.
There's this stairwell is not handicap accessible.
I can make it up these stairs. Okay.
Oh my god, I'm bailing.
No, I'm good. Good.
I got a helmet on. Why do I have a helmet on?
You came in with a helmet. You don't remember?
No. Oh, it must have been from my bike. Well, it's gone.
Oh, shit.
Okay, this was a good idea.
The channel's not that deep. I can drive it. No, I can't. Fuck.
We should have been using a motorcycle. Anyway,
yeah, we should have.
The to get back to the whole there we go. To get back, I'm in first person mode. To get back to the whole topic of fuck you. That dude freaked out when I got hit. It's okay. It's okay. We're even now.
All right, we're even.
But to get back to the topic of creative pursuits. So we're both interested in game design, which is really intriguing to me. I would potentially be interested in seeing if we could work together on this project. But that's a conversation for a later time. You were talking about how hand-drawn is a style, and you were talking about working with like stuff that had rigging.
Oh yes, when I originally had started animating, it was with Seinfig. You know, you could bone rig animations, such as you could cut out portions of your picture, apply it to a bone rig, and just animate that way.
That's
and
so
that
cool
was
to
actually
me.
my first like experience of learning like a different animating style, and I kind of learned to. I tweaked it a little bit. I kind of learned to get the effects that I wanted, but didn't feel like right. It didn't feel fluid. It was kind of stiff.
Kind of robotic.
That's when I kind of learned that what I liked about old school animation for like anime and like the old school cartoons like Looney Tunes and like
DBZ
90s era cartoons were DBZ, yeah, were the fact that
I'm trying to hit the pole.
Most of them were hand drawn, and you know, it had fluid to it. It had weight. You know, it felt natural.
Oh, completely.
And that also brought me to the realization that I think the fact that I like drawing more than I do animating was the fact that it felt more personal to me, that I can apply like a pen or a pencil to like paper, draw this character out, rather than me drawing like one frame of a character, like 3 or 4 frames of a character, and just working with that to get like a walk cycle. It felt too impersonal to me. It felt more technical than it did creative. And that's not me like knocking like other animators.
Oh, absolutely, because it can be done very, very well.
It's just like it's been a personal like preference of mine. So when I actually started, drawing, I was 5, and I like traced my first character from like a Bernstein Bears book. It was Papa Bears, actually.
I realize that we can't bring up Bernstein Bears without talking about how it's actually Berenstain. S-T-A-I-N.
I know, and people tell me that all the time when I brought it up about my first drawing experience, because I've had this conversation before too, strangely enough, with other members of the DeviantArt community, and they asked about when encouraged me to start drawing and stuff, and I direct them to it. Well, it's the Bernstein Bears actually got me into drawing. My mother put a pencil in my hand at a real young age and was like, you can use this to write, but you can also use this to draw, because as a kid, she used to draw Charlie Brown characters. Actually, Woodstock was her favorite character.
Of course. Who doesn't love the little bird?
I love the little funny / angry Tweety companion. Tweety, yeah.
Tweety
companion.
I thought booty tat.
I did see a booty tat.
But that's really cool. That's like how you got into drawing is because of the Berenstain Bears.
Yeah. My dad at his job, he used to work for the housing department, but the housing department actually had a daycare center as well, and they used to get a lot of book donations. But damn it, every so often, the books would go unused, and instead of just tossing them and throwing them out, my dad would bring them home for us to read. So we had a ton of the old Bernstein Bears books.
I killed the CEO.
How dare you? And yeah, I started tracing a lot of Bernstein Bear books. I didn't officially started drawing like stuff myself until I got like 7. That's when I started making Dragon Ball Z characters, drawing them from the actual like show without any like how to draw books or like putting the paper to the screen and just watching it. Actually started taking like certain details about them and trying to put them on paper. Of course, as a 7-year-old, it wasn't like, oh man, you can draw Goku, just like the animators can't know. It still came out kind of funny, and proportions were wrong. Hair was too big, head was too big, arms didn't.
Well, it's
look
Goku.
right.
How can his hair be too big? Let's be real.
That is true. There is a Super Saiyan 3 transformation.
There's a Super Saiyan 4 if you follow GT.
Yeah, GT. That was its own magical little.
Yeah,
piece.
it wasn't canon.
It wasn't that it was bad. It's that the premise of certain arcs were good until the development started getting along, and then it was like, oh, okay, these characters really aren't all that good, and the plot is like everywhere. But that's a topic for another day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I started drawing, Dragon Ball Z characters. I got real good at one point because I actually did want to buy a how to draw DBZ character books from a school fair when I first moved out to Michigan. And well, not moved really. We were visiting, and I decided to try out the school system here. And at the school fair, they had how to draw DBZ character books. So my mom bought it for me. Somebody actually stole it that same day from my desk when we all went out to lunch, and I was none too happy about it when I got back. I was very angry. So my teacher, Mr. Hoffman, who actually has a book on Amazon, I forgot the title of it, but
Jalapo's calling us odd.
He's calling us what?
He's calling us odd, and that's okay because I can't even.
Because we follow our dreams.
It takes dream work to make the meme work.
The dreams of men will never die. Blackbeard, One Piece.
What's? Oh wait. Oh, gotcha. I've never actually watched One Piece.
I used to watch One Piece circa 2004. I think that's when it started. When it was on Funimation. But
you're not gonna get in the car. You're just gonna kill me.
Oh, actually, I shot the car because I hate this car. Should have took the black one. Not because I'm black, because black is same.
I was about to say, why's it got to be the black car?
No, the black, because the black car looks nice.
Black cars
we'll
do
take
look
this
nice.
one. It's great.
Although I do like red cars. I've been thinking about getting a new car, and
I like I like the consistency of certain red cards, but I've seen red cards where like oh god, where the model was kind of we are like really off topic too.
Yeah, but it's okay. We still got some time to go. It's been 20 minutes.
Yeah.
How long have you been drawing for?
I've been drawing. I want to say almost. It's 19 years now.
Damn.
19
How old
years
are
of
you?
drawing.
Wait, no, you're younger than me. Shit, dude.
Yeah,
So
I'm
you must have
24.
started when you were like what, 6?
Yeah, I started when I was 5.
Oh god damn. That's insane.
Yeah, I'm
I've done a
24
little
now.
art before. I never really got good at it.
Yeah, and trust me, you never start out good. I can't tell you the amount of potato-looking creatures that came out of my little noggin, but yeah, I started out Bernstein Bears. I stuck with that for like a good 2 years, believe it or not, because we had a shit ton of Bernstein Bears books and a shit ton of paper.
The only one that I remember was like the haunted house Halloween one. What the fuck?
Oh, there were a ton of them. There was the one where Papa Bear caught the hiccups.
Oh goddamn!
There was actually another Bernstein Bear books that wasn't a hard copy one. It was actually a soft copy Bernstein Bear books about smoking.
Damn.
Yeah, about Tobacco Moose Company and how Brother
Tobacco
Bear
Moose
picked up
Company.
Tobacco Moose Company. I think I'm quoting this correct.
That's not a very
book,
very thinly veiled reference to an actual tobacco company.
It's not, and I think that's what the creators were going for. Well, I don't know if it's from the original creator. I don't quote me on that one. But it was a book. It was a soft copy. It was a smaller book. Came out. Oh boy.
It says lose the cops and we're just going to the beach.
I'm trying to lose the cops, so I have to be pressured telling the story. But yeah, it was one where Brother Bear picked up smoking, and it was basically teaching you, don't smoke, it's bad for you, and lung cancer and such.
I can't get on the jet ski.
In that book.
I can't get on the jet ski.
Oh, we can't?
No.
Oh, you jumped out the car. I didn't even realize that.
It's okay. It's okay. Come pick me up. Please.
You're done beating up beach babes.
Yep. Beating up beach
get
babes.
Get the money.
We got the money.
We got the coke and the money. Okay.
I'll start my own lazy Saturday with blackjack and hookers. You know what? Forget the lazy Saturday. And the blackjack.
But not the hookers.
Right.
So yeah, then I started, drawing DBZ characters, starting with, Goku and Vegeta. And actually when they first showed Goku and Vegeta versus Super Buu, when they first did the fusion, that was around the same time I bought the How to Draw DBZ character books. I actually drew one. I brought it to school, and like everybody was impressed. They was like, "Can you draw me? Like, yo, you think you can draw me a DBZ character? You think you can draw me Goku or
That's awesome,
Super
man.
Saiyan 2 Vegeta or Majin Vegeta?" And I got like real excited because as a kid, I was like real quiet. Didn't have a lot of friends. Really stuck to myself. So when like kids seen that I could draw, like all of a sudden, I'm just like this awkward little boy, and everybody's coming to me asking me, can I draw stuff for them?
So that's like step one on how to get popular is have talent. What the fuck did that white card do?
Kinda.
Did you see that?
I have no idea. I did see that. I mean, I don't know if they were trying to duck out of my way or that was weird.
That was very kind of them. We're definitely not in Florida, I can tell you that.
Florida, man. Okay.
Honestly, I was saying the other day that I never get mad until I get into a fucking car. Once that happens, I am a completely different person. A very mad one.
That bad, huh?
God, dude. It's not that I have road rage. It's just that everyone else who drives is fucking terrible at it.
And I try to see how to just, as a person who's never driven before, I've practiced driving when I was younger. I mean, I know how to drive. I just don't drive and don't have my license.
The thing is, though, like, I express my road rage quietly in the car that I'm in. I don't, like, honk my horn or flash my lights or shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you could have gone through that.
I thought I could, too. It's weird. It's just I think it's blocked. Try
Spill out of the car.
Nope.
Catch me outside. How about that?
They're gonna catch you outside. How about that? Real quick. We're surrounded.
We are. Oh
But on
God.
with your
Oh no.
road rage, non-road rage story.
Oh yeah, just like. So, I flip out and scream, and like. Do hand motions and shit. I don't actually flip people off. I just like. I throw my hands up like why, and I yell. I yell really really loud. But I definitely don't like honk my horn or flash my lights or like do anything to like make. Because this is Florida, you know, they might have a gun. I'm not gonna test those waters.
I've seen a lot of news articles.
And I don't let it like affect my driving to the point where like people who are testy and will like try me do anything about it. So like I'll still drive normally. I'll just be screaming to myself because that's how road rage. That's how you avoid letting road rage turn into a bad thing.
Yeah, as the outside person looking in, I've never experienced road rage. I do have siblings who have very bad road rage, i.e. my twin brother, i.e. my oldest.
Oh, Negadante?
Yes, Negadante.
Deontay.
And my
The
oldest...
short, skinny white guy.
This... that's gonna stick around until you actually see. Like when I do a face reveal and actually do a picture with my twin brother, you're gonna be like, "Wow, you don't look alike, but I can see that you two are twins."
Right? Are you guys are obviously fraternal twins in that case?
We're fraternal twins, but
there's a heavy resemblance.
There's not a heavy resemblance besides the nose.
Ah, the nose.
Yeah, we all my father's kids have the same like nose. Like it doesn't escape. I don't know what happened with that because we all don't look alike. Only person that I look alike in my family is my eldest brother.
How many brothers do you have?
I have two.
Any sisters?
I have two brothers. I have two sisters. And I have a half sister, and I consider her my full sister though.
Of course. That's family. Like my dad has two adopted siblings, and they're every bit as much family as his biological sister.
Right. Never see it any.
I would totally adopt a kid, by the way, and like also still have a kid biologically.
I would too. I just wouldn't want that kid to feel like I'm not shunning them, like they would
like they're an outsider.
from me. Right.
So here's a thought.
Any less love for me if I were if I were to have a biological kid.
Do you remember that one sneeze where I was like, yeah! Don't do it.
Yes.
Don't do it.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm just waiting to hear your rebuttal.
So here's a thought. What if you adopt first?
If I adopt first?
Yeah, rather than like
well, of
having
course
kids.
I would adopt first before I actually had an actual kid.
But would that? I told you not to.
I know, but you asked the question, and I had to appropriate myself. All right, go ahead.
I got Kurt Cobain. But
what the fuck?
But
no, you missed
I
the
guess
jump I just did.
Oh, what happened? Do it again.
No, I almost like spree-welled over the fucking fence just now.
I want to see. Do it again. This one right here.
I had a gun out. Wait. I had a shotgun out. I poked, I'll jump, and I jump. Damn, see? I did it. You missed it. All right. Aim the gun and then jump. No, I fucked it up.
That didn't work.
The gun, sprint, and then jump. There we go. See?
Yeah.
Motherfucker. You dick.
So wait, aim the gun and then jump.
Aim the gun at the fence, sprint, and then jump.
So do you aim first?
Yeah, you aim first. You sprint and then jump. You kind of got to sprint like it's immediately after you drop the gun. I don't think you can do it from this side, though. Let me see. Sprint. Jump. No. You got to poke. Sprint.
I don't get this. That's okay.
You don't have a big enough brain.
Well, fuck you.
You don't have my big sexy brain.
Okay. Yeah, Lois.
It's not the rack of the caboose. It's that big sexy brain
of yours. Fucking love Family Guy. So you got to do it from this side, huh?
Yeah.
I'm not jumping when I aim.
Roll into the fence.
That's the thing. That was just me tabbing out and tabbing back in.
Oh yeah, I can hear it.
We're back. Although it's just a black screen for right now.
I gotta specify black.
God damn it. Let me turn that
a
off.
Black man right behind you
Turn it back on.
with a school jacket, fucking top hat. And
There we go.
Knife.
Do you like my gun?
How come I can't kill you? Oh, you in a passive mode, you sneaky bastard.
Did I go into passive mode?
I think you did. I can't target you.
I can target you. See?
Yeah, but I can't like. Oh, okay. Fucking.
I have a lot of good guns. With like
yeah, I know you have a lot of good guns because you've been playing a lot longer than I have.
That's exactly it. I totally didn't cheat. I just ran through barbed wire.
You're Jesus, I see.
Jesus, I see.
I'm immune to barbed wire.
Wait, Dante, go back.
Joke one day too. What? Whoa!
Bye.
Fucking asshole.
Ooh, this gun right here with the gold finish.
And this grenade right here. About to blow up some. I done fucked myself.
Hot.
Leave me alone! Fuck!
Oh man, that was brutal.
I ripped my pants.
When big old Larry came to put him down, SpongeBob turned into a clown. No one ever wants to dance with the fool who went and ripped his pants.
Bang.
Anyway, so what are do you have any other, like, tell me more about your interest in game design. Do you have any knowledge with like development and stuff?
I have
programming?
absolutely zero knowledge pertaining to like development engines or not. I learned a little bit about web design, which really doesn't count.
Yeah, I mean, I learned basic PHP in school.
Yeah, and the thing of what's sucky about the school system in Michigan is because they don't.
I'm talking
they don't
college.
have, like, well, no college, but there's certain schools that allow you in high school to like get a glimpse at like what programming stuff is about. My high school didn't, and so for something that I really wanted to pursue, you know, I didn't really get any help, so I kind of had to seek it myself.
Yeah.
I'm just now started getting to Python.
Ooh, actually, me too. I really like it.
I don't know how to feel about it just yet. Because I'm only getting through. It's a free course, you know, from Code Academy online, so it's not really anything special. I did wind up buying a book from Amazon for C++
Oh yeah. I use C++ mostly. That's the one I'm most familiar with. But I'm learning Python more and more, and I'm loving it more and more.
Yes, I'm trying to learn Python to get my foot in the door as far as C++ goes.
I need to learn C# because that's what Unity runs on.
Huh?
I need to learn C# because that's what Unity runs on.
Oh, C#. I've never even heard of that. But then again, I haven't really used Unity since I downloaded it.
Unity is really cool. It's a great free engine. And I think it's like as much shit has come out of people having Unity.
Mm-hmm.
I honked.
Oh, you didn't honk loud enough.
Fucking guardrail.
Damn.
I honked.
Why
Death
are you
everywhere.
running people down?
Because I can. It's GTA.
Oh,
But
you were saying.
What, C# or Unity? Oh, as much shit comes out of Unity, I think ultimately it's a great thing for the game's community that it has happened.
I feel like this.
Here we go.
The obviously shit like Unity games that you see on Steam that are only there for
Asset flips.
yeah, and for, you know, cards and shit. Those are obviously, you know, I can't defend those. But the other ones from like smaller like devs and stuff, or just like from just single like dev team people.
Have you ever played Affordable Space
like
Adventures on the Wii U?
Affordable Space? No, I do not. I did not even play. I didn't play a lot of Wii U library outside.
It's okay.
Like,
Neither did anyone
games.
else. But
I love you, Nintendo. I'm sorry.
Me too. I absolutely fucking love Nintendo, and the Switch is killing it right now, and it's just a great example of business done right for Nintendo, offering like a legitimate advantage by playing the console, which is taking it to the portable system.
Right.
But Affordable Space Adventures is one of my favorite Wii U games. It uses the gamepad effectively, and part of that is that I mean, the cool
Race to
thing
the
is
finish.
it was made in Unity. Race to the finish. You already got a head start.
I know.
Okay, let's race to the finish then.
All right then. Wait.
I'm waiting.
Okay, let's just
Let's start.
All right, 3.
Oh fuck. Go.
2, go. All right, go ahead. Story now.
So Affordable Space Adventures was made in Unity, and I didn't realize it until I played it recently, but it's made in Unity, and like the physics and everything, it's a beautifully designed game. It's really more of a puzzle game than anything else. And it's just so well.
Okay, go ahead. I'm
It's
sorry.
just so well done. God damn it.
Can I pause? Can I pause the story for a moment?
Absolutely.
That scene reminded me of the dictator just now. He had the gun, and it was the race, and he shot the other competitors. He shot the flag bearer.
What is that from?
The dictator with oh god, what's that actor's name? He played Borat.
Oh, Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah.
Get yourself a 4-wheeler, dude.
Yeah, I'm grabbing.
This
one
one's
now.
seriously fucking tipped. Okay, there we go. I
You say it's
somehow just
tilted?
magically fixed it.
Oh fuck.
We gotta do some
Oh, knock
fucking
both of us
4-wheeler
off.
jousting. We gotta do 4-wheeler jousting on the track. It has to
Oh,
happen.
definitely.
But yeah, Affordable Space Adventures, great game, made in Unity. And like that's an example of how having a free tool like Unity has made it easier for, you know, developers and studios that have talent and passion to create something, you know, worthwhile and high quality.
Right, and that's my thing about you know, what makes a bad game, what makes a good game, what makes a game that's good.
Yeah, it's not it's not as easy and cut and dry as it being a oh my god. It's not as simple as it being just a feature or a lack thereof. Those things only enhance games or oh, I can't actually see what Abby just said. Oh my god.
I just ran you down.
You did, motherfucker. We need to get onto the track.
I don't know how.
Me neither. We can figure it out. We're smart.
We're smart people.
But like Miiverse integration, I didn't like. I thought it was cool in a couple of games, like Super Mario Maker. It was pretty well done. Super Mario like 3D World or whatever, it had it, but it wasn't like a big deal. Are you?
Yeah, not really.
But
We
I guess
need it.
like Affordable Space Adventures did it, and it was great. They I'm not gonna spoil the ending because it's the most popular video on my entire channel, but the way that they did it is, in my opinion, how you take a feature and make it actually worthwhile. You know, it's not about making the game be about the feature per se. It's about using it where it's called for. And I think that's something that a lot of people forget. Like motion controls or VR, those are only as good as the talent and passion of you go the other way and we'll crash into each other.
Okay.
It's only as good as the passion and talent and direction of the team that creates the project. Just having those features does not make a game good or bad, for that matter. It's all really about how it's done.
Right. And that's how I feel about the whole VR craze.
Yeah, I really, really like the concept of VR, but it needs to be done in a way that's not restrictive, and it needs to be done in a way that's not what's the
It's
word I'm
okay.
looking for? It needs to be done in a way that's not desperate or whoops, or
It's built around it, basically.
yeah, I mean it can be done well. It just has to be done in a way that's not overbearing and like railroading you into like forcing the features of VR that people are excited about down your throat. It needs to be designed with those features in mind, but still be a good game fundamentally. Fuck.
True, and I think that's what kind of pissed me off about Bethesda with the whole VR push with Skyrim and
Yeah, they're just
Fallout
throwing a
4.
feature into a game that wasn't designed with it in mind.
Right, and it's not working out.
It's not
because
better for
of-
the experience because of the inclusion of VR.
and because of the way the game was initially brought out. Skyrim and Fallout 4 weren't designed as games that needed VR, especially for Fallout 4.
Right.
Well, I can't necessarily say that because I don't know how long Fallout 4 has been in development when the VR scene emerged.
True.
But it Fallout 4 itself, fundamentally to me, it isn't a game that should have been, because VR is really only about combat and immersion for a Bethesda game, because a lot of Bethesda games don't. I mean,
That was
they
beautiful.
don't shell out another. Ow! Why the fuck you hit me?
What the fuck?
Hold on. What
Oh
the fuck
wait,
just happened?
I got a helmet on though. I got a
Right,
helmet
but
on
you
now.
punched me.
And you were
I
sitting
was
in the
still
air.
I was still on it, and then I just pulled the gun out, and you just took the vehicle. What the fuck?
Yeah, you were sitting in the air.
That was so weird just now.
That was.
Um,
But yeah,
but
Fallout
again,
4
my
was not
Fallout-
designed with VR in mind.
It wasn't. Fallout 4 was. I can't necessarily say what Fallout 4 was designed on, because they missed the ball on a lot of things about the game. For instance,
This is too fun.
well, that's a story for another day.
Oh, I
But,
think
you
Abby is
know,
not going to be able to make it.
Oh, that's all right, Abby. You're in spirit.
Yeah.
We'll keep her in our thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
For Fallout 4 with the whole VR experience, it doesn't. Even looking at the videos, I've never experienced it myself, but even looking at the videos, it doesn't feel right. Like I'm looking at, I'm like, how does this make this game feel any better? Like what difference does it make that I can aim my gun with one hand and just see my other hand with this big ass like VR
VR.
goggle on, and like does this do anything? Like, am I seeing like conversations in first person view? I mean, yeah, I can see like dialogue changes and the camera and stuff shifting, but is this like any?
Is it any better for the
benefit?
experience?
Right? Does it enhance the experience in any way? And actually, it doesn't, because the aiming isn't all that good. It's glitchy as hell, and there's instances where you have to be able to switch seamlessly from weapon to weapon, which, okay, yeah, that's good, but then you have to change your entire perspective on how to use that weapon.
Right.
And it's a shame that I have to say that about Fallout game, because Fallout isn't just about weapons, it's about dialogue and like choices and stuff. But Fallout 4, I feel like is the wrong game to try to implement that with, because one, it feels more combat focused than anything. Yeah, there's lore about it and there's like conversations and stuff that you can have, but it's very much so on like the light-handed side, because I don't feel like any decision that I make has any type of permanent consequence to the world besides maybe like towards the ending.
Yeah.
No.
Get a car. We're gonna do this with cars.
Okay. I'm gonna need.
But Abby says there are some games that I can have owned several times already, but if I had VR, I'd still get it again. And that's
well, like I'm saying, VR is not bad. It's just I'm using Fallout 4 as an example.
Right.
With Bethesda shoving it down people's throats. But there are VR games out there that are good, that are just built around VR.
Yeah, there was
I've
actually
seen plenty of them.
I played a demo of one at the Microsoft store with an Oculus Rift. I think it was called like I can't remember. It was like Outworlders or something like that. I can't fucking remember it. But you could like throw fireballs and like make a shield and shit and make a javelin, and it was so fucking cool. Like I loved the demo. It was just such a fun experience.
That's cool. See, a VR game that works is a good VR game. See, I think that's where it comes down to. Does it work? And after that, if it works, is it fun? And
Right.
if it doesn't work, or if it isn't fun, then it's a bad VR game.
Yeah, and honestly,
it's
like
just
a lot
VR
of the
experience.
It's the same thing that could be said about a lot of the stuff that happened with motion controls, where the games themselves weren't good games.
Exactly.
And I mean, then there's fucking what they did with Donkey Kong Country Returns, where they made it impossible to map, certain actions to a button press, and that was just like, come on, man, you're better than this, Nintendo. We love you, we know you, and we love you, and you're better than that. And they've proven that they're better than that by re-releasing everything.
and fixing a lot of their mistakes.
Yep.
But see, yeah, I like the same argument with VR is the same argument I made about motion controls, especially with Microsoft and Sony jumping on board the motion control train.
Totally.
When they first announced the Kinect, I was like, oh wow, you know, this is cool. But
Oh,
having
yeah.
already experienced motion controls with the Wii U and seeing how much, I'm not gonna say a gimmick, because a gimmick's only a gimmick if its primary design is to sell you on something. And
Yeah.
the motion controls didn't sell me on Smash Bros, you know, because it didn't really add anything. It just made me be able to hit shit faster. And
So it looks
whatever.
like you just completely destroyed my car, and I didn't even like damage you at all.
Did I just phase right through you? I feel like it's phased right through you.
No, I'm not. You didn't phase right through me. I can tell you that. You took out one of my headlights.
Jesus.
Can't hit what you can't see, motherfucker.
Yeah. Yes, I can.
Jesus.
Your car has like no ramming power.
No rimming power.
No rimming power. But yeah, like you said, with the motion controls, with the Kinect, you know, yeah, it's a cool feature. You know, you can wave your arms around and have your character do stuff.
Completely.
But
Like,
how-
who wouldn't want a VR Star Wars game?
Right, but then when you break it down to like its bare minimum, there's gonna be limitations about it because you can't necessarily start walking around and slicing anything that comes in your path because the controls aren't built that way unless you had some kind of like neural network
Right.
hooked up to your brain, enabling you to say, "Hey, character, move here, so that I can cut this motherfucker in half."
Exactly.
Like, there's always gonna be some kind of like on the rails limitations when it comes to motion controls. Why I believe the Wiimote shined and, you know, PS Move didn't and the Kinect didn't is because Nintendo, you know, they took what they had. It was like, okay, this is motion controls. We know we can't let people, you know, do the shit that they want to do. So let's build games around motion controls and, you know, advertise it as such.
Yeah, knowing the limitations and playing to those when you develop or design a game is super important. Like, Mega Man is blue because of the color palette of the NES.
That I did not know. I just learned something today.
Yeah, it was like there are more blues in the color palette for the NES than any other color. God damn, I
did not
can't
know
ram
that.
you for shit.
Because the Duke of Death has a lot of ramming power. That's the only reason why I bought this car, because, well, I didn't buy it, it was free, but it's a good alternative. But right, like I'm saying, like, you know, you gotta kind of learn your limitations when it comes to certain games. That's like you can't like overextend yourself when it comes to how did you just die?
I bailed and ran into
Oh,
the guardrail and
geez,
killed
shit.
myself.
That's how, you know, Nintendo knew the limitations with motion controls, which is why they didn't pursue like any type of like outrageous like horsepower as far as motion controls and a beefy system, because then you'd have a PS3 which had the motion controls for certain games, but then the games themselves weren't really all that good.
Oh my god.
What?
I just did a giant jump.
Did you kill somebody in the process of that?
No. I'm just trying
That
to get
didn't
in.
sound too convincing.
No. Not me.
If not I, then who?
Not I, said
and
the
that
blind
same
man.
argument can be used for VR. If the game, if you're not, you're
You need
building
to
a
focus
VR
on the
game,
experience over
okay.
the
Yeah, focus on the experience, not
over
so
the-
much. Well, not focus on the experience, but you know,
But on the
Make
same
it work.
token,
and then make it fun.
you have I'm going to kick this gas tank until it explodes.
Good job. I'll join you.
Okay. You have something like Donkey Kong Country Returns, or no, Tropical Freeze, where the only function of the gamepad at all was just as a secondary screen that you could play on, and there was nothing else to it other than that.
Well, I think the whole, you know, Wii U gamepad, I think that's a different. I want to say really different because
Whoops.
it kind of does follow the same. Oh, you're dead. You can't even get up. You can't- Oh shit!
I wanted my fucking baseball
Wait,
bat.
why are you being shot at? What the fuck? Who are these assholes?
What? I got dead. But I mean, What it bugs me when they have a feature in something that like they don't take any advantage of whatsoever. But it doesn't bug me as much as like trying to take advantage of something too hard and failing. Because Donkey Kong Country Returns was, I mean, fucking Tropical Freeze is still more than playable. It's a good game.
Just didn't really need a gamepad to play it.
Yeah, like it could have been a fucking GameCube game. Why didn't you make this shit back when the GameCube happened? You made Jungle Beat to tell people on the gimmick of the fucking bongos. Remember that shit?
That's why I think. That's why I think why the Wii U didn't sell well with developers, not with people, because that obviously wasn't going to do it because they didn't have the games to stack it up with. But
yeah, but then again, there's the counter argument of fucking affordable space adventures again, where like they designed a game with those features in mind, like specifically for the Wii U, that took advantage of the accelerometer. It took advantage of literally fucking everything in that system.
True.
The problem then is railroading the developers into building games that are specifically built with that feature set. And what the Wii U offered is not something that a lot of people wanted to develop for. Like, a controller works as it is. Like, and the unfortunate truth of it is that when... oh, no. Is that you?
That was me. I shot the gas tank. Oh shit. Oh fuck, I'm dead.
But like the unfortunate truth of it is that since PCs have controller support, basically what a console is now, aside from the Switch, which offers a legitimate difference between PC and console with the option to take it on the street.
For now.
Yeah, is that it's coming for you.
No, this guy's behind you shooting me.
Oh, okay. Let me get him.
Oh, no, you're dead.
I don't see him.
Now you're dead.
Well, basically, consoles are just underpowered PCs now.
That is true.
Which is why I don't give a fuck about the PS4.
Okay, I can understand that, Mr. PC player. God,
of course.
But,
Dark Souls remastered. I'm gonna get that on the PC.
I can respect that. I'm gonna get that on the Switch only because once again it's portable.
Yeah, but the quality is not as good. Like it's locked to I think 720p, 30 frames per second.
I think I can care less about.
They just got into their cars and then got out. What the fuck, dude? That cop just hit me with his car. What are they doing here? What are you guys doing?
Because I shot you by the police and they're over there looking for me.
Man, these cops are not having a good time. They just hit their own police car. And they're running over your dead body.
Fuckers. Who is this? Why is there a guy up there with a red... Oh, he's security. That was crazy. I'm
literally just walking into the police officer.
Yeah, he's gonna eventually come up and shoot you in the head or something. Yeah, there it is.
But yeah, I think that the best thing about the Switch is the portability, and that's something that Nintendo has played to a lot. I'm really excited to see how Labo is.
Labo, oh, that's right.
The cardboard shit?
Cardboard shit. That's gonna be interesting. I feel like Nintendo still hasn't let go of the whole motion control thing.
I don't have a PS4 HRI TV.
Yes, he does not. He didn't join the PS4 crowd. I'll be totally honest with you. Only reason why I bought the PS4
because of Fortnite.
One simple reason.
I'm just kidding.
One, it was affordable.
Oh my god, I did it again.
It was affordable. Two, I kind of missed out on the because I am a PlayStation fan only because my older brother had a PlayStation. We loved the games on there. And the only reason why I didn't buy a PS3 was because it was expensive as shit.
Yeah, honestly, affordability is one of the biggest selling factors or non-factors for consoles. Like, the PS3, when it launched, was embarrassing.
Yeah, it was abysmal. And the price was just fucking ridiculous. I'm like, I can't afford this shit. Fuck it. I'm getting a 360. I give two shits whether or not... And it didn't... And PS3 didn't get a lot of It didn't. Well, it got multi-plat games because really the only thing competing with it was the 360.
Well,
the
yeah, the Wii was a
grossed-
different beast entirely, and it slaughtered them all.
Right. Not because of power, only because it sold what it was made to do well with the casual crowd.
Yeah.
And the non-casuals bought it because they like Nintendo games. And
Yeah, man. Skyward
Smash Bros.
Sword.
And shit.
Ugh. I'm playing that
I've
game
never
on my
played
channel right
Skyward
now.
Sword, but I've seen it. I've seen Andrew play it, and it. Ooh.
Andrew played Skyward Sword?
Yes, he did.
I did not know that about Andrew.
Yes, he played Skyward Sword. He actually did a stream on it, and as I was sitting there watching, I'm like, ooh, I'm not a Zelda fan. You know, I only recently got into the Zelda series, but this doesn't look
Are you not a Zelda
anything
fan?
like anybody described it to me.
I'm just going to keep accidentally sideswiping these cop cars. Oh, there I go. There, I got one.
You got one, hooray!
Got
Now cops gonna
him.
come and fuck ya. Like this. That should. You know what I miss about Grand Theft Auto? If you didn't have your seatbelt on, and you hit a car head on, you would fly out the fucking window.
Gotta love that ultra realism in games.
Yeah. they
Did
got
I fuck
rid of
you
that,
up?
Though. I'm sad. No, it didn't. My Duke of Death is impenetrable.
I was being kind of sarcastic when I said ultra realism.
Oh.
Are you shooting me?
Yeah, I'm shooting your tire. I'm trying to blow it out.
Are you trying to blow it?
No, I'm trying to blow it out.
Oh, there we
Don't
go.
use wordplay on me. Shit, what were we talking about?
I don't know. I totally just missed that cop car, though. I'm really happy about that. Dark Souls.
Oh, Dark Souls. Yes, I'm picking it up on the Switch. I played Dark Souls 1. I never beat it. Played Dark Souls 2. I beat it. Played Dark Souls 3. I beat it, but still haven't completed the DLC. So
I haven't played
This
2 or
was
3,
right up my
and I
alley.
haven't beat 1.
that is so. I don't know what, because I started out with 1. Like I didn't skip any of the Dark Souls. I started out. I played 1. I think I got up until you meet like the very first Black Knight. That asshole
God.
that lived like right under.
Right down the stairs? Right before the
Right
Taurus
down
demon?
the stairs. I could not beat that asshole to save my life. To the point where I was just like, all right, you know what, fuck it. I'll play this another day. And I never played it again.
I got
and
as far as, like, I beat the Gaping Dragon, and my girlfriend at the time said, you can conquer my Gaping Dragon. And I was like, there's a reason. There's a reason. There's someone for
just
everyone.
All that Dark Souls has come up to. Dark Souls puns about sex. Sexual innuendos.
Dark holes.
Dark Souls. I almost got in trouble for on Reddit. There was a post somebody made about the Embers.
Oh, yeah?
Oh man, I can't even remember the post, but I got so many fucking downvotes for the comment that I made. Oof.
Damn. So I think this is a good place to wrap up the stream. If you want to subscribe to Dante, you can go find him at Jazz Jam Gaming. I bailed during the collision there. It was beautiful.
If you want to subscribe to MowLawner Gaming, you'll probably see the link in the description as well.
You got
just
that?
hit a spinneroonie just now,
I did.
and you're dead.
All right, everyone. And subscribe to the Bombardiers and throw
Yes,
this
please
stream
subscribe to
a
the
like.
Bombadiers. We are
Desperate.
official Bombadiers as of last week.
Yep,
And,
we are official.
We're official. Content on here is great. Andrew is the
Andrew's the Mandrew.
the Mandrew of the. Wait, isn't that a fucking? No, that's a quote from something.
Is it?
Yeah,
I just came up with it.
Oh God, what's that quote from? Fuck, you just jogged my memory just now. Fuck it. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe to the Bombadiers, Jazz Jam Gaming, and MowLawner Gaming. Yes, Eli, I put you on the bottom.
Thank you, sir.
And we'll see you guys next Saturday.
And that's going to be it for us today. So take care. Stop streaming.